Hey y'all, hello. Happy Wednesday. I am Lindsay Konen Mitchell and I'm a superstar director joining you all from way across the world in Texas. And I am super excited to be here. I am excited to chat with y'all. I'm excited to share with y'all. And I am so excited that Laura asked me to jump on and hang out with you guys today. So shout out to Laura, your amazing leader who I absolutely adore. Thank you so much for trusting me to jump on. And for those of you who don't know, Laura actually jumped on for my group last week. Yeah, last week. So super excited and super fun to be able to do that swap with her. You guys have an awesome leader and I hope you know how blessed you are. She is incredible and I'm so thankful that Scentsy allowed our paths to cross. I just love her. So I wanted to chat with y'all. Hey, everybody. I want to just say good afternoon, but I forget. So it's only 2:00 here. So it's early afternoon for us. So good evening to all of you who are already evening time now. So I'm going to chat with y'all a little bit today about mindset and maybe some feelings of burnout and that kind of thing. And then I want to share with you a few of my top tips for success. I call them my Wax Boss tips for success. But first of all, before we get into that, I kind of wanted to chat about where we are right now, where you might be in this season of your business, how you might be feeling, some things you might be dealing with or going through. I know that the last 10, 12 months have been a roller coaster ride of ups and downs and highs and lows and insane growth and momentum and excitement. And with that kind of change and that kind of growth and that kind of momentum, not only comes excitement, but comes stress and comes feelings of being overwhelmed and feelings of burnout and all of those things that make you question, what the heck am I doing? Am I doing something wrong? So whether you just jumped in with Scentsy, hello, everybody. Whether you just jumped in with Scentsy a month ago or 3 months ago, or you've been here for a year or 2 years, whatever it is, we've all kind of experienced a whole different world in this business during this pandemic and period of hypergrowth. So not only were we thrown all the craziness that comes from the pandemic and being quarantined and figuring out new ways to have to work our business because we're in lockdowns and things like that, but throw in on top of that the fact that we ended up in a huge season of hypergrowth. We're having to adjust to changes in the way that we run our business, dealing with sellouts, and I know how frustrating that can be. So there's all these things that kind of piled on top of each other. And then you factor in the fact that we haven't been able to have in-person get-togethers like for SFR and things like that. And then you throw in the fact that we've been in an incentive period. It's just a lot of things that pile on top of each other that can create this perfect storm that can sometimes put us in a place where we're feeling just completely overwhelmed, like our plate is way too full, our cup is not being refilled, and we're just over here like, what the heck do we do? But I want you to know, if that's how you've been feeling, it is okay. It's okay to feel that way. Know that you're not alone and know that it's absolutely normal. Do not beat yourself up for it. We all go through these periods of like, oh my gosh, my candle's burning at both ends. What the heck? What am I doing? We go through these periods where we're in a rut, where we're in a funk, where we think, is this for me? Y'all, I've been in nearly 12 years. June will be 12 years for me. And if you think that it has been a period of continuous highs and continuous ups, you're sadly mistaken. But here's the thing. The people that you see who are succeeding in this business, the people that you see who are continuing to experience growth and momentum and an increase in the number of the people in their group, an increase in sales, those are the people who are pushing through that burnout. Those are the people who are pushing through those ruts and pushing through those downs and those valleys and continuing to push forward towards the goals that they've set for themselves and their businesses. Don't think that they've got it made and that they're not experiencing the same struggles that you are. That's not the case at all. But what they're doing is they're allowing themselves to have those bad days. They're allowing themselves to feel burnt out, to feel stressed, to feel overwhelmed. They're giving themselves grace for it, but they're figuring out how to move past it. I've had multiple feelings over the years where I go, is this really for me? Is this really where I want to be? What am I doing? What am I doing wrong? I don't know why my camera's blurry. Sorry about that. And I'll be totally honest. There have been times where I'm like, maybe this isn't where I'm supposed to be. But that was the stress and the anxiety creeping into my headspace. That was me allowing that negativity to control my mindset. I know for a fact this is where I want to be. I know for a fact this is where my heart is. I'm passionate about this business. I'm passionate about the products that we have to offer. I'm passionate about my team. So I had to realize and understand that if you're not experiencing those feelings of stress and those feelings of, oh my gosh, my plate is so full, it's too heavy for me to carry, the weight of the world is on my shoulders. If you're not feeling those things, then you're doing something wrong. Because the people who are experiencing those things are the people who are working their businesses like bosses. But you just got to power through. You got to figure out how to get past it and remember and remind yourself that you are not alone. Other people are feeling the exact same way. This is going to pass, okay? So, reminder, you can have bad days. You can be stressed out. You can feel burnt out, but you cannot stay there, okay? Pick yourself back up, reset, refresh, relax, refocus, and get yourself back on your groove, okay? It's all about figuring out what works for you and how to make this transition back into your business path, making it smooth. So think about the things that you're doing. Think about the things that you've got going on in your business. Ask yourself, is this bringing me joy? The other thing that I just had an aha moment of recently was ask yourself, is this making me money? Sometimes we get so wrapped up in doing things that other people are doing, that we see other leaders doing, that we feel like we have to do it too. But is it bringing you joy and is it making you money? Because if not, out of there. There's no reason for it. Okay, so really evaluate what you've got going on in your life and in your business and decide, is this mandatory? Is this, does it have a purpose? Is it required? If not, cut the fluff. Focus on the things that are bringing you joy and making you money. Simplify your business. Get back to the basics. Let the rest of it go. Yes, keep it simple. So with that, I'm going to roll in to my top 10 Wax Boss tips for success. And because I respect your time and because I am an extremely talkative, ADD, spastic bucket of chaos, I'm going to try really hard to get through this quickly and stay focused. So if y'all see me like jump off track, just be like, hey girl, reel it back in. Let's get back to it because I do love chatting. I love chatting about Scentsy, and it's really easy for me to start just gabbing away and get excited and totally off track. And then before you know it, I've spoke for an hour. So I'm going to try to keep it on track. So here we go. Number 1, Wax Boss tip for success. Don't blame your sponsor. Your sponsor has absolutely nothing to do with whether you fail or succeed. Okay, that's all on you. I hear all the time, well, I didn't do this because of my sponsor. Well, my sponsor didn't tell me this. Well, I didn't get to make Shooting Star or Sensational Start or the incentive because of my sponsor. No, absolutely not. Your business falls on you. I've been through 3 different sponsors. The person that I originally signed up under never spoke a single word about Scentsy to me. Not once. Not once. She's no longer here. I rolled up to someone else who became my sponsor and my superstar director. She was not a superstar director at the time. She promoted to superstar director once I had rolled up to her. And she only started the business 3 months before me. We learned together. She didn't coach me. She didn't teach me. She didn't train me. We learned together. The things that I accomplished were because of me. Was I able to have conversations with her and talk to her and reach out if needed? Absolutely. But ultimately, what happened in my business came back on me. Guess what? She ended up selling her business. I rolled up again to someone else who bought her team from her. Biggest mistake she ever made. She's since come back to Scentsy to try and rebuild it because she regretted that decision so much. But guess what? Regardless of who I was under, regardless of where I ended up, I continued working my business by myself for me because I didn't sign up for Scentsy to have a sponsor. I didn't sign up for Scentsy so that I could have my sponsor run my business. I signed up for Scentsy for me and my family. So don't blame your sponsor. They're not responsible for your failure or your success. Wax Boss tip number 2, no excuses. Don't do it. I don't have time for it. You don't have time for it. You cannot make excuses and make things happen, and you cannot make excuses and make money. It's impossible to do both. You've got to figure out how to navigate your day, to navigate your life without using the things that happen to you, the things that you face, the obstacles that you come in and contact with. You've got to figure out how to navigate that without making excuses. We've all got things that can hold us back and bring us down. It's the people who are creating results and making things happen are the ones who are just facing them head on and not using them as an excuse for why they can't, won't, or don't have something happen. So no excuses. We don't have time for it. Tip number 3. I love that, Alicia. That's awesome. Tip number 3, good vibes only. I have an absolute zero tolerance for negativity in my group and in my life, period. I don't do it. We do good vibes only, no negativity. I don't have room for it in my life. It's not a thing. The more you allow it in, the more it builds. Just like negativity breeds negativity, guess what? Positivity breeds positivity too. So if you're constantly focusing on the negative, you're going to see more of the negative. But flip that around. If you're focusing on the positive, you're going to continue to see more of the positive. We do good vibes only. Now here, let me say this. That doesn't mean that you're not allowed to feel frustrated. That doesn't mean that you're not allowed to have a bad day. That doesn't mean that you're not allowed to express your feelings and your emotions on something. Your feelings are very, very valid. But if you continue to focus on the bad and focus on the negative, you're allowing that toxicity in to just continue to build and build and build. So yes, absolutely have feelings, express those thoughts and opinions, vent if you need to, but do not stay there. Okay. We do good vibes only, stay positive always. Tip number 4, don't compare. It is the absolute thief of joy. Comparison will get you absolutely nowhere. You've got to remember that even though we're all in the same business, we're all working towards some of the same things, all of our journeys are completely different. My journey is not the same as Laura's. We're both superstar directors, but our journeys look completely different. I can't compare myself to her. She can't compare herself to me. And none of you can compare yourself to either of us or each other. It's going to hold you back. It's going to slow you down. And I'm saying this because I've lived it. I'm speaking from experience. It's so easy to get caught up in what the people around you are doing and comparing yourself and your business to them that you end up beating yourself up and dragging yourself down. But we are all on different paths, y'all. Seriously. We may be working towards the same thing, but what we've all got going on individually affects the way our journey looks. It affects the direction our path goes. So just think about it. When you're planning to drive to a certain destination, there may be 5 of you meeting at that destination, but you're all going to take different routes to get there because you're all coming from 5 different places. There's no need for you to compare what the speed limit was on your friend's journey to your destination. There's no need for you to compare how many turns your other friend had on his journey to your destination. Y'all are all on different paths to the same destination. It's the same for your business. You don't need to worry about what other people are doing. Focus on yourself. Comparison is the thief of joy, and it will bring you down every single time. Number 5, consistency is key. I'm sure my group gets sick of hearing me say the word. Be consistent. Do this consistently. Consistency is key, but it could not be more true. I don't care what it is. I don't care if we're talking about having join conversations. I don't care if we're talking about doing follow-up. I don't care if we're talking about mail outs. I don't care what it is that we're talking about. Consistency is key to the success of all of those things. If you want to do something well, you have to do it consistently. Point blank, period. And the thing is, the more consistently you are with doing something or working towards something, the easier it becomes. So, for example, let's say, I've had people who have joined back when the requirement was $200 in PRV once every 3 months. And they would tell me, man, that's hard. It's hard for me to get $200 in 3 months. But you want to know why it was hard? It was hard because they weren't working their business consistently. They were only working it once every 3 months. Guess what? That makes it harder. If you were consistently working to get $200 in PRV every single month versus every 3 months, it's going to become easier and easier and easier and easier. And again, I know this from experience. When I first started my Scentsy business, the qualification was $150 in PRV every 3 months or your account went inactive. And I remember even then, when I wasn't even planning on making this a business, I was just doing it for fun, just for the heck of it. I was doing it to buy for myself. I thought, you know what? I'm not even going to do that $150 every 3 month thing. I'm just going to focus on getting $150 every month so that I don't have to worry about my account canceling. I don't want my account to cancel. I want to be able to continue to buy the products that I want. So I'm just going to focus on doing $150 every month. Well, within the first couple of months, I realized this is easier than I thought. I was getting well over $150. Then I decided, I think I want to build this team. I had people interested in joining, even though it wasn't what I wanted to do. I promoted to director in 6 months, which back then was a really, really big deal for people because we had like 3 products to sell. We had like wax warmers, scent circles, and room sprays. Like we didn't have anything else. So 6 months from starting a business going, I'm not going to work this as a business. I'm just buying product for myself. And then in my 6th month, I was director. That was a big change. But I noticed during that time that the things I was doing consistently were bringing me results that I had never dreamed of having. So I saw, you need $500 a month every single month to be paid as a leader if you have a team. Well, I don't have a team yet, but I'm going to go ahead and just shoot for $500 every month. So once I do have a team, I don't have to worry about it. Same thing. The more consistent I was with it, the easier it was to get that $500 a month. Now, 2,000 plus. I know that I want to get that monthly sales award every single month. I don't want to leave money on the table. I want that 5% bonus. So initially I was like, oh man, this is going to be hard. It's going to be hard for me to get 2,000 every single month. No. Anything you're doing consistently will become easier and easier and easier and easier. So keep that in mind in every aspect of your business. Consistency is key. If you're struggling in a certain area, figure out a task that could help build that area of your business up. Focus on it and focus on it consistently, okay? Number 6, never stop learning. I don't care when you join. I don't care how high you are up the comp plan. I don't care what your title is. I don't care how big your team is. I don't care how much money you're making. Never stop learning. We should be educating ourselves always. Guess what? Leaders never stop learning. I've been here again, like I said, June. Yep, open your shop every day. Absolutely, Haley. Nailed it. Like I said, June will be 12 years. And I still learn something new every day. I still try my best. Absolutely. Be a sponge. YouTube videos, Facebook trainings, whatever it is that I can get my hands on and get my mind engulfed in, I'm there. I'm not missing it. If Scentsy's holding an event that I can be a part of, you bet your bottom dollar that I'm going to be there. If I'm invited to something else that someone's putting on, some kind of training, leadership, anything local, whatever, I'm going to do my very best to be a part of it because I never want to stop learning. The thing is, just like I mentioned earlier, things are always changing in the business. There's new things happening. There's new things coming in. We've got to be opening our minds and our hearts up to all of those changes that are happening and educating ourselves on them so that as things evolve, we're evolving with it. If you're not trying to evolve with your business and learn more in the process, you're going to get left behind, and we don't want that to happen. So trainings, events, meetings, Zooms, whatever you can be a part of, take advantage of it. Meeting makers make more money, for one. Leaders are born at events, for 2. And those who show up go up, for 3. Okay, so never stop learning. Number 7, stop focusing on a title. I don't care if it's that you're wanting to promote to lead consultant or if you're wanting to promote to superstar director. Stop putting your entire focus on a title. That title does not define you. Okay, that title does not determine your success. I have friends who are superstar directors who have checks that are smaller than friends that I have who are directors because they focus so much on the title, they weren't doing the things they needed to do to make their business successful. That title does not make or break you. Again, I'm speaking from experience. I spent so much time focusing on getting to superstar director. I was a star director for 10 years, y'all. 10 years. You want to talk about feeling defeated and deflated and discouraged? I've been there. I know the struggle. But I had my heart and my mind set on that superstar director title, when in reality, I should have had my heart and my mind set on doing the things that would make my business successful. So forget about the title, because here's another thing. What happens once you get there? If your sole focus is on achieving a title, if your main goal is to promote to a title, then what? Okay, well, I'm superstar director, so now what? Now what? I've got to have something else that goes along with it. I have to understand that the title doesn't make or break me. The title doesn't define me. So stop focusing on that and start focusing on things that will make you money and give your business results. Things like working towards consistently achieving a certain amount of PRV, working towards consistently earning the monthly sales award, working towards earning whatever incentive is put in front of us. I don't care what it is, I'm trying to earn it. I don't care if I need luggage or not. If that's what they're giving us, I'm going to try and earn it. Simply because I know that the things that are required in order to earn an incentive are things that are going to build my business. Whether it brings me a title or not, if I'm doing the things that are required in an incentive, my business is going to build. End of story. So focus on things like that. Focus on things like annual sales, annual mentor. It doesn't matter what it is or how unattainable you feel like it is. It doesn't matter whether or not you think you can achieve it. Focus on those big things. Shoot for the moon. I always tell my team and I tell my kiddos, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you still land amongst the stars. Okay? Go big. It doesn't matter what it looks like. Go big. Because here's the thing. If you're working towards, let's just use sales for, you know what? That rolled right into tip number 8. Tip number 8 is go big. So we're going to scoot on, stop focusing on the title, and number 8, go big. So if you're focusing on trying to achieve $200, let's say you only want to hit $200 in PRV. But instead you say, you know what? I'm going to shoot for $2,000 in PRV. Initially, you might feel like that's too big. I can't do that. That's never going to happen. But guess what? You're going to get way further along shooting to hit that big goal, that big, scary shoot for the moon goal of $2,000 in PRV than you will if you just stay comfortable going for the $200 in PRV. Whether or not you hit your goal doesn't matter as long as you try, as long as you're consistently putting in the work that you know that you need to get there. Keep going big. The more you shoot for the moon, the more likely you are to achieve one of those big, scary, crazy shoot for the moon goals. But if you keep staying comfortable and thinking small and staying inside that comfort zone, you're not going to get those big shoot for the moon goals type things to happen for you. Okay, so go big. And again, like I said, monthly sales, annual mentor, incentives, annual sales, anything that Scentsy offers, shoot for it. I don't care if you just joined yesterday. Shoot for it. Go big. Number 9. So that was number 8. I guess 7 and 8 kind of tied into each other. Number 9. Goals, plans, action, and to-dos. I cannot stress the importance of this enough. You can set goals for yourself all day long, but if you're not putting plans and actions and to-do lists in place in order to achieve those goals, you're not going to get anywhere. So let's roll back to the PRV, or I'll even throw in sponsoring. You want to sell $2,000 in PRV a month and you want to build your team. You can say that's your goal, but if you don't have steps that go along with it and you don't have a to-do list to go along with it, how are you going to get there? So that's a great goal, but what's it going to take to make it happen? You want to sell $2,000 in PRV a month. What are you doing this week to make that happen? What are you doing this week to get you closer to that point? So, for example, this is what I do every month. I was like, Target's not fathers, huh? But I see. So I've got goals for myself every month. First of all, I have big long-term goals that are for the year. I break those down into monthly goals. And then what I do at the beginning of the month is I go, okay, I know this is what I want to accomplish this month. I break that down into weekly action plans. And then every Sunday, sometime between Saturday and Sunday, I create my to-do list for the week. If I know that I want to have 10 to 15 join conversations in a week, then I need to put a to-do list in place that's going to allow me to make that happen. Am I going to send some Facebook messages to people who have shown interest before? Am I going to make sure that I've got my join packets ready to pass out when I go to the gym or the doctor's office or wherever I'm going to be that week? Same goes for PRV. I know that for the month I want to sell $2,500 in PRV. I break that down into weekly action plans. So Saturday and Sunday I determine, okay, what am I going to do this week to get the PRV that's needed? Am I going to do a Facebook Send event? Am I going to set up mystery bags? Am I going to reach out and try and get some personal shopping links set up? Am I going to do my own private flash sale? What am I doing this week to get me closer to that goal? I can't just say, I want to do this and then expect for it to happen. I have to have plans, action, and to-dos to go along with it. So I break it down into smaller sections every single week, day, month, all the things. Last Wax Boss tip for success, number 10, the most important, the biggest deal to me. Number 10, your mindset. Your mindset is the most powerful tool that we have the ability to use. Your mindset will make or break you, period. It doesn't matter how much I believe in you. It doesn't matter how much Laura believes in you. It doesn't matter how much your director or your sponsor or anybody else believes in you. If you have a mindset of I can't and I won't, if you have a mindset of negativity and toxicity, it's going to hold you back. It's going to bring you down. You have got to get your mindset right. And the only person who can control it is you. You're the only one who has the power to determine what your mindset does for you. Okay? And I've seen people who've come into this business with being brand new to a town, not knowing anybody there, not having kiddos, like brand new to the business, and simply soar because of their mindset. They didn't let those excuses hold them back. They didn't let, the circumstances of their situation control and their mindset to allow them to believe that they weren't going to be able to do something. They soared because they had their mindset in control. I've seen other people in the exact same situation fall completely flat. And you want to know why? It wasn't because of their situation. It wasn't because of their circumstances. It was because of their mindset. You've got to get your mindset in a place that is full of positivity, that is full of belief in yourself, that is full of I can and I will. It is, again, like I said, the most powerful tool we have for our businesses. Period. We can be given every tool there is to have. You can have the best printer, the best computer. You can get every item that the consultant store has to offer. You can make the best samples. You can have all the catalogs in the world. You could have unlimited postage and whatever else you think you might need. But if your mindset is crap, that's it. It's over. You've got to have control of your mindset. You've got to understand the power that your mindset has, and you've got to trust that power. Control it, go with it, and watch the magic happen. Truly, truly. Again, speaking from experience. I've been in a place where my mindset was crap, okay? All of these things that I just shared with y'all are from experience. And I'm not telling you that you have to listen to everything that I have to say. I'm not telling you that I have all the answers. I definitely don't. Just like I mentioned in tip number 6, never stop learning. I'm still learning every single day. But I can promise you that if you take these 10 things and apply them to your business regularly and consistently, you're going to see a change. If you take these tips and share them with the people that you're bringing in and apply them to their businesses and your teams, you're going to see a change. Okay? So that is all I have for today. I thank y'all so much for jumping on. It was so much fun seeing all of you. Please know, I know that you have amazing leadership and you've got an amazing support system, but if you have questions or if there's ever anything that I can do to help, I'm so happy to do so. I love meeting new people with Scentsy. I love making new friends, so don't hesitate to reach out. Follow me, send me a friend request, whatever you want to do. But I look forward to hearing from all of you and the success stories that you have to share. And I look forward to watching all of you shine. Y'all have a great rest of your evening, and I will chat with y'all later. Bye.